Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. We're here today for our final Vlogmas video in the series. It's been a lot of fun. I have really enjoyed doing a book challenge every day, and I hope you have as well. I planned a different video for today, but that video didn't quite work out the way I expected. So today's video is a little different. It's not just a filler. It's one that I'm really excited about because we're going to be looking at translated books. I have read some books translated from other languages. I probably haven't read as much as some people have, but I saw this list and I thought it would be interesting for us to go through it together. It was compiled by Book Riot, so it's 100 must-read books from other countries, and they're classics. All the books here have been published at least 50 years ago, so I think it's going to be interesting going through this list, seeing how many of these books that are classics and have been translated from other languages we've read. Maybe you've read them in English, maybe you read them in their native language. There's actually a book here that I read in its original language because I read the book as a teenager when I was studying Spanish literature. So you'll see that pop up later. So really enjoy looking at lists, really have enjoyed this series, and rounding it off with something that is a favorite of mine, reading books from other languages, authors who we may not have an opportunity to read, if not for translators going through and making works accessible to us in other languages. So really love this challenge. Hope you'll enjoy it too. But before we go to our Book Riot's challenge, it's still Vlogmas, so we must sing. We're making a book list and checking it twice. We're gonna find out who's been naughty or nice. Book lists are coming to town. It's book lists, Vlogmas style. So here are the 100 books. Book Riot's 100 must-read classics in translation. First is A Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank, which I have read. The Odyssey by Homer, which I have not read. All Quiet on the Western Front by Eric Maria Remarque, I have read. 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, I have read. The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas is on my currently reading, and it has been for about 3 years. I haven't finished, so no, I haven't read this book. Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, I have not read. Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky, I read. Inferno by Dante, I have not read. Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse, I have read. A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen, I have not read. Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes, I have not read. I've started, but I've never gotten very far into it. Antigone by Sophocles, I have not read. Kristin Lavransdatter, books 1, 2, or 3 by Sigrid Undset, I have not read. The Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov, I have not read. Swan's Way by Marcel Proust is on my TBR for this year. I have not yet read it. The Makioka Sister by Tanizaki, I have not read. The 10,000 Things by Maria Demuth, I have not read. Dangerous Liaisons by Pierre Delaclos, I have not read. Bonjour Tristesse by Francois Sagan, I have not read. The Tale of Genji by Murasaki Shikibu, I have not read. Les Miserables by Victor Hugo, I have not read. Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, you saw I just bought a copy, I haven't yet read it. The Magic Mountain by Thomas Mann, I have not read. The Saga of Costa Berling by Selma Lagerlof, I have not read. Nada by Carmen Lafore, I have read. That's the book I read in Spanish when I was a teenager. The Stranger by Albert Camus, I have read. The Second Sex by Simone de Beauvoir, I have not read. The Sorrows of Young Werther by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, I have not read. Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert, I have read. The Complete Stories by Clarice Lispector, I have not read. The Poetry of Pablo Neruda, I have not read. Labyrinths, Selected Stories and Other Writings by Jorge Luis Borges, I have not read. Palace Walk by Naguib Mahfouz, I have not read. Memoirs of Hadrian by Marguerite Yourcenar, I have not read. Letters to a Young Poet by Rilke, I have not read. The Book of the City of Ladies by Christine de Pizan, I have not read. The Waiting Tears by Fumiko Enchi, I have not read. The Complete Poems of Anna Akhmatova, I have not read. Snow Country by Yasunari Kawabata, I have read. The Pillow Book by Sei Shanagon, I have not read. Indiana by George Sand, I have not read. Thus Were Their Faces by Silvina Ocampo, I have not read. Selected Writings by Hildegard von Bingen, I have not read. The Home and the World by Rabindranath Tagore, I put that on my want to read list several years ago and I still haven't read it. Stung with Love, Poems and Fragments by Sappho, I have not read. Rashomon and Other Stories by Akutagawa, I have not read. Love in a Fallen City by Eileen Chang, I have not read. The Cherry Orchard, Anton Chekhov, I have not read. The Story of the Stone, I have not read. Selected Letters by Marie de Rabutin, I have not read. The Heptameron by Marguerite de Navarre, I have not read. The Sailor Who Fell from Grace with the Sea, Yukio Mishima, I have not read. As I Crossed the Bridge of Dreams by Lady Sarashina, I have not read. The Confessions of Lady Niho, I have not read. Transit by Anna Segers, I have not read. Sherry and the Last of Sherry by Colette, I have not read. The Street of Crocodiles by Bruno Schultz, I have not read. Essays in Idleness and Hojoki by Yoshida Kenko, I have not read. The Kagero Diary, a woman's autobiographical text from 10th century Japan, I have not read. The Narrow Road to the Deep North and Other Travel Sketches by Matsuo Basho, I have not read. I read Richard Flanagan's Narrow Road to the Deep North, in which he talked about Basho's work, but I haven't read the Basho original. The Selected Poems of Tao Shin by Tao Xian, I have not read. I Am a Cat by Natsumi Soseki, I have not read. The Lays of Marie de France, I have not read. The Wild Geese by Ogai Mori, I have not read. The Book of Lamentations by Rosario Castellanos, I have not read. Shaka by Thomas Mofolo, I have not read. Grand Hotel by Vicky Baum, I have not read. Issa's Ballad by Magda Szabo, I have not read. I really need to read something by this author. Diary of a Madman by Lu Shun, I have not read. Miss Sophie's Diary by Ding Ling, I have not read. The Book of Disquiet by Fernando Peso, I have not read. Pinjar by Amrita Pritam, I have not read. Arturo's Island by Elsa Morante, I have not read. Memoirs of a Woman Doctor by Nawah El Sadawi, I have not read. The Open Door by Latifa Zayat, I have not read. The Doctor's Wife by Sawako Ariyoshi, I have not read. Jacob von Gunten by Robert Walser, I have not read. No Exit by Jean-Paul Sartre, I have not read. A Personal Matter by Kenzaburo Oi, I have not read. Hopscotch by Julio Cortázar, I have not read. The Little Virtues by Natalia Ginsburg, I have not read. Iceland's Bell by Haldor Laxness, I have not read. The Essays by Michel de Montaigne, I have not read. Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz, Selected Works, I have not read. The Princess de Cleves by Madame de Lafayette, I have not read. Letters of a Peruvian Woman by François de Graffigny, I have not read. The Beauty and the Beast by Gabrielle Suzanne Barbeau de Villeneuve, I have not read. Voyage Around My Room by Xavier de Meister, I have not read. Delphine by Germaine de Stael Holstein, I have not read. Selected Poems by Gabriela Mistral, I have not read. Journey by Moonlight by Antal Zerb, I have not read. A Riot of Goldfish by Kanoko Okamoto, I have not read. Child of All Nations by Irmgard Kuhn, I have not read. Beware of Pity by Stefan Zweig, I have not read. Waiting for God by Simone Weil, I have not read. The Planetarium by Natalie Sarraute, I have not read. The Death of Artemio Cruz by Carlos Fuentes, I have not read. They Divided the Sky by Crystal Wolf, I have not read. The Ravishing of Lolstein by Marguerite Duras, I have not read. And Closely Watched Trains by Bohumil Rabal, I have not read. So my score is really paltry. I've only read 8 of these 100 books. If you found some books on here that you'd like to read, would love to know about that, as well as I'd like to know your score. How many of these books you've already read? If you read from other languages frequently, if you read international writers frequently, then maybe you did really well on this challenge. If you didn't, that's okay. We'll be back with another challenge really soon. Maybe not tomorrow, but really soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this series. I hope you'll continue to watch my videos even after the book challenges are over. We have lots more videos, lots more content coming. I hope you will be back for it. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. We'll be back soon. And until then, happy reading.